Hello and good day everyone. I am Afidah Camar. I came from STEM 11.5 and in this video I am going to answer the question how and why spring tides and neap tides occur. But before answering that question, what is spring tides and neap tides? A spring tide refers to the springing forth of the tide during new and full moon. It is a high flood tide. Meanwhile, a neap tide, 7 days after spring tide, refers to the period of moderate tides. It is a low flood tide. So when it is a high flood tide, it is called the spring tide. So this happened during new and full moon. Meanwhile, when it is a low flood tide, it is called the neap tide. It happens during quarter moon or 7 days after the spring tide. So this is the example. Then, why do tides occur? Tides are caused by the tide-generating force, a consequence of gravitational pull by the moon and sun, and centrifugal force due to the revolution of the Earth and Moon system. So there are two consequences why the generating force occur. So this is the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun, and the centrifugal due to the revolution of the Earth-Moon system. So this caused the generating force and the tide occur after that. So then, how and why spring tides occur? When the sun lies on the same side of the earth as the moon or a new moon, or on the side opposite to the moon or a full moon, we experience particularly high flood tides called spring tides because the sun's gravitational attraction adds to that of the moon. So, as you can observe here in the diagram, the moon and sun are aligned. So, when the moon is facing the sun, the moon is darker or during the new moon. Meanwhile, when the moon is not facing the sun or on the other side of the earth, the moon is much brighter. So, this is during the full moon. So, because of this, the gravitational attraction of the sun adds up to the moon because they are actually aligned. So when the gravitational attraction of the sun is adds up to the moon, it causes a stronger or higher tides called the spring tides. Now, how and why neap tides occur? When the moon and sun are 90 degrees apart relative to the earth or quarter moon, we experience lower flood tides called neap tides because the sun's gravitational attraction counteracts that of the moon. So as you can observe here in the diagram, the sun and moon are actually perpendicular to each other. The moon is vertical, meanwhile the sun is horizontal. It means that they are not aligned. So when this happens, the gravitational pull of the sun cannot add up to the moon. Then, this is the reason why it produces a moderate tides that causes a weaker or lower tides called the neap tides. So, this happened during the quarter moon or half moon. So, that's all for this video. Thank you for listening.